Hi, I'm Dave. I'm out here on West Central Florida on the Gulf Coast, and it's mid-November, so it's actually very nice weather out here. And it's a little breezy, so it's not really comfortable to be on the water. So I think I'd take this time to take care of a few projects I've been wanting to do and some maintenance on my boat, my trailer, and my truck. A list of things I want to do is, first of all, this. That T-top fabric is too big for this frame. It was that way. Okay, here are all the supplies I need for making the T-top canvas. I have here is the Sunbrella Marine grade. It's an adhesive tape, basting tape or whatever. It kind of helps hold everything in place while you're getting ready to sew it. Tape, Shelter-Rite. It's just for, I'm using this here for added strength to inside my seam. Nickel-plated grommets. I'm using a number 3. I choose to use the ones with the little teeth, so that way it helps to hold the grommets in place and they don't spin, and it helps from pulling them out too. And a dead blow hammer. Definitely use a dead blow hammer. Don't try using your regular carpenter's hammer because you'll beat that thing all day trying to set these. I have a number 3 hole cutter and a number 3 tool for setting the grommets. I have a quarter. I'm using a 1/4 inch cord, and I know that's really overkill, but I got 100 foot of it for $5 on a clearance sale. Now, Sailrite does offer a backing board. You can get rubber or polyethylene for setting the grommets, or for cutting the holes. But any chopping board will work. This is an old cheap one that I had. I mounted it on the side of my grill. I've cut a piece of it off to mount my fuel flow monitor. Sharpie pen, tape measure, and a whole bunch of these 1.5 inch clamps. Because I'm going to have to hold the canvas to the frame while I mark it, because the one in there right now I can't trace. It's too big. That's everything we need for this. Okay, let's start by taking everything off the top of the T-top. Okay, I put my fabric up on top and I centered it. I've got 3 clamps holding it in place. I'm going to put my clamps along the edge. I will unroll the fabric and then tighten and get all the slack out of it, and I'll get ready to mark it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and mark off the area where I want the fabric to actually stop. What I did was I took my my Sharpie, I put a gob of tape on it, so I get about a 1 inch buffer when I trace around the edge to where that line will be. Okay, I'm back in the garage now, and I got my Sunbrella material laid out on the floor. And the line that I traced from in the boat, I know it's not that perfectly straight line going across because the fabric kind of gives a little bit. So I'm going to measure everything, make sure it's all perfectly squared. I'm going to retrace my lines, make it nice and dark. Then I'm going to come 3.5 inches off and put another line, which is where I actually start putting the shelter tape in place for the added strength inside the hem. Okay, next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this shelter tape. I need to cut it down the middle. It comes in a 3 inch wide roll, and I need 1.5 inches for each one of my seams. I need 2 pieces 72 inches long and 2 pieces 44 inches long, 1.5 inches wide. So I measure these out and I'll cut them down the middle. Okay, so I got my sewing machine all set up down here, sitting on my bucket because I don't want to bring my wife's good dining room chair out here in the garage. I'm going to go get this first one sewn up. Hopefully all works well. Okay, so I'm going to do the first side right here, and this is the shelter tape. It's tape, Shelter-Rite, whatever you want to call it. You'll get it at the end of this video. It stuff's like armor plate, like dang Kevlar or something. And this is the tape. It's either basing or basting, not quite sure. It's adhesive basically that'll help you hold everything together until you get ready to sew it. Plus, whenever it heats up in the sun from sitting on top of the T-top, this will actually swell and it will help to waterproof the needle holes from the sewing machine. So put the first piece down. You'll peel this back strip off, and that's where your tape will just stay right here in line. Now I'll take my shelter tape. Now lay it on here like that. Okay. Stuff's pretty tough. So I'm going to roll this over now. Tell you what I'm going to do, make it easier on myself. I'm going to put one more strip right here on the back side of this shelter tape. Right there. Again, we'll come back. I'll peel this off. And fold it over now onto here. Okay. I'm going to put one more strip. Right here. Right along the bottom. Again, we'll come back. Take the back side off and roll it in. And this part right here, make sure you actually pull all the way so the shelter tape itself is at the bottom. And this part right here is ready to be sewn. There you go. You use it a good 1.5 inch wide seam. Plenty enough room for you to put your grommets into, and it's extra strong. You can tell how stiff it is. I'm going to go ahead and get these. I'll go get the other 3 sides sewn up, and we'll get back quickly. Right, the fabric's all completed now. Everything's sewn. I didn't get the corners rounded like I wanted to. I just didn't have the sewing skills. What I did was I went ahead and I used clamps and I stretched it all in place and the fabric was good. I went to a piece of chalk and I marked every place I do not want to grommet. The supports go across for the T-top, pole holders, stuff like that. I'm trying to avoid putting grommets in those places if I don't have to. What I'm going to do now is I'll go around the whole perimeter of this thing every 6 inches and I will put a grommet there. Right, so all the holes are done all the way around every 6 inches. Now it's time to start setting all the grommets. This is a little time consuming. It's not really that bad. As long as you have the correct tools, it goes by pretty fast. There you go. All right, there it is, finished product. Now we just gotta go out, set it on top of the T-top, and lace it up with a cord. Okay, it's time to go ahead and put the fabric on the top. I'm gonna put it on first. I'm gonna spread it out. I'm gonna zip tie it in place, get everything all centered. Now we'll go ahead and start lacing it up. There you go. Here's the finished product. It's nice and tight. I think I got the whole thing done for less than $100, about a quarter of what most of my quotes were. But it took about 3 hours of my time, probably closer to 4 hours, but definitely well worth it.